It's unlike the Forte. When you bring the audio back, it still retains the nicer qualities of the higher end piece of equipment that I have here. So I can kind of feel in some way that I'm taking the studio with me when I go.
We're here at Musikmesse 2013, and this is Thomas from Nord, who's going to tell us a little bit more about the Nord Lead 4. Do you want to take us through it, Thomas?
Yes. Nord Lead 4 is our latest unit in the Nord Lead series, so to speak, the fourth generation. It builds upon the virtual analog synth engine that we've been working on since '95. It has two oscillators with analog style waveforms, also digital waveforms for more interesting or percussive harmonic structure. These are not samples, these are not designed to sound like instruments more of a great part in the synthesis engine. Moving over to the filter, we have traditional analog style filter, also a couple of emulations of vintage filters. The ladder filter from the American famous mini synthesizer, and the 303 from a Japanese unit. We have emulated the characteristics very, very carefully on these filters, both in the frequency domain, so to speak, and in regards on how the resonance behaves. We've also taken bits and pieces from the envelope characteristics from these filters, or from these units, I should say, and incorporated them into the Nord Lead 4. We have a bunch of new effects here. We have a bit crusher, we have 2 overdrives, and we have 3 different kind of talk effects. If you ever wondered how a synthesizer would sound if it was playing inside your mouth, well, the talk effect is doing that. And maybe I should play a little bit with the synthesizer sound with just the talk effect, which I'm controlling with the modulation wheel. Great addition to the analog style synth engine, these effects. We also have reverb, delay. The delay can be synchronized with the master clock to the LFOs and the arpeggiator, so you can create lots and lots of interesting rhythmic structures with that. Let me just show you.
And can you also synchronize that to MIDI as well? Or?
Oh yes. If it receives the clock from any external source, it will automatically sync up to that. So no problem interfacing with the rest of the world. If your drummer has MIDI output, you could just jack him up in there and synchronize it to him.
Fantastic.
Let's do a small thing with the arpeggio and the delay synchronized. Like that.
So what other performance controls do we have there? There's something slightly different on the left-hand side, isn't there?
Yes, there is. We have, of course, the Nord pitch stick, very, very sensitive, can be used for dive bombing and also to create vibrato. You have the Nord modulation wheel that can be used for morphing. You can continuously change any parameter by moving the wheel. And we have the variations. The variations are another set of parameter changes, but these are momentaneous. So let's take this synthesizer sound. Oh, sorry. I've used the variation there to drop the pitch of the second oscillator a couple of octaves. This can also be used to change the filter while something is running. See, I have an example of that right here. Very, very fast and as I said, these are instantaneous. You can use them as a real performance control. You can actually change anything on the synthesizer in real time. It has 4 parts. I don't remember if I mentioned that. It has 4 parts, so you can have 4 sounds at the same time. Everything I've played up until now has been single sounds only. It has 4 separate outputs, so if you need to hook it up to dedicated channels on the mixing desk, no problem. You can route each and every sound to its own channel. It has, of course, traditional MIDI. It also has USB with USB MIDI. It has inputs for a control pedal and a sustain pedal. So I'm going to switch over to the performance mode now, and this is where things get a little bit hectic. We have 4 different programs sounding at the same time. We have 4 different arpeggios. We have LFOs, and the delay is synchronized to the same tempo. So this is what I have on my right hand. Something like a percussive thing made with a noise and a sine wave that is trying to find its way home. And down to the left, I have the basses. So let's hear what we can do with these 2 together, and I'm also using the modulation wheel and the variation buttons to change the sound. There you have it.
Sounds very nice indeed. So can you tell us when this is going to be shipping and how much it's going to cost?
The production begins in May, so the first unit should hit Europe in the beginning of the summer, and we will have an estimated euro price of somewhere around 1850.
Great. Thanks very much, Thomas.
Thank you.